Hi guys, we're live. Awesome, awesome. Michelle Jones here. Let's have a bit of a break. Let's have a cuppa. And I thought let's talk about aging. It's a funny topic to talk about, a scary topic for some, but I thought it's a topic that was worth just going through. So let me just quickly check if we are online. And I'd like you guys to let me know where you're watching us from. We are live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And so do let me know where you're joining from. So aging's a topic that's, sometimes thought about very early on, or, when we're in the ripe old age of seeing the signs of aging. See, aging is difficult to identify unless you actually physically see the signs. And our body's amazing because our body tells us when there's something wrong, right? So have you been given the tap? Has your body actually showed you aging signs? So what are the signs of aging? So see, when people or mentors talk about aging, usually they talk about what's happening with the body inside, the imbalances that aging causes. And it's very hard to address it if you don't see it. The great thing about our bodies, it shows you when there's something that's wrong. So there are heaps of signs. I've written down some so I don't forget. And do type out the signs of aging that are being shown to you. But what are the most obvious ones? When you look at the mirror in the morning, the first things that give you the sign or gives you the worries about, oh my God, I'm getting old, are wrinkles. Once you start seeing those amazing marks on your face, then you go, oh crap, I'm getting old, right? The other sign are gray hair. So the funny thing with gray hair is I had classmates back in college and university that had gray hair as early as, their 20s or their mid-teen, oh sorry, their late teens. So aging signs can come on really early on in life. And we're going to talk about that and we're going to talk about why. But again, gray hair, definite sign of aging. Thinning hair. So we're talking about from the head down, okay? Because your head, your face is the first thing that you see. When you wash your face in the morning, when you brush your teeth, you see your face. You can't escape your face, right? So thinning hair, I've had people talk about I am yes, Adam Mark, you're only a little gray. So thinning hair is another one that you start noticing as you start aging. The texture of people's hair, even the luster of their hair changes. What else? What else do we see with aging? The teeth. Some people's teeth start discoloring. So discoloration of the teeth can be due to coffee, although we love our coffee, so we're not going to stop our coffee. But it could also be because of how you're treating your teeth or the nutrition that you have. Lack of calcium in the body can be seen as white marks on your teeth. Fluoride, too much fluoride in your water also has visible signs in your teeth, as well as very little fluoride in your system. Now, there's a big debate on fluoride and the benefits, pros and cons. That's not what we're going to be talking about right now. We're talking about the signs, and we're going to be talking about how to address those signs. Okay, so heading down, thinning skin. So you start seeing thinning and markings on your neck. You start seeing your veins pop up more. You do see it with singers, and especially when they're trying to hit those high notes. But when you start aging, you see uh, veins pop up that weren't obvious before. And I remember my husband and I were watching this series on telly, and there was this woman whose veins you could actually see on her face. And I said, God, oh my God, her face is so thin that the veins are actually popping. They're not really popping out, but you could see the veins, the lines of the veins, and the color of the veins. So thinning skin, another sign of aging. Still on our skin, dryness, chronic dry skin is a sign of aging. When you can't seem to hydrate your skin, when you're constantly needing to lubricate your skin because it can't seem to achieve balance, that's caused by aging. So we're heading down. What else? When you're heading down, you start hitting your joints, and that's another physical sign of aging. Though you don't see it, you definitely feel it. You have a hard time getting out of bed. You have a hard time sitting up from a very relaxed sitting position, especially if you've got the recliners, and we've got the recliners here, and you get down after having sat for a long time. That actually is a sign of aging, because when you're younger, it doesn't matter how long you've been in those positions. It doesn't matter how long you've been squatting. When you get up, it's easy to get up. So when you've had a long day out in the garden, and then when you get up, your joints, your quads start hurting, that's a sign of aging. You can say lactic acid buildup. Yes, you can, but then the how quickly your body actually reacts, or and how long that pain from your exercise stays on, will depend on how young your body feels. I'm going to say feel, because signs of aging isn't necessarily linked with age. Although as we age, as we celebrate our birthdays, we age a year. Doesn't necessarily mean that our bodies have to age a year every time we celebrate our birthdays. And in some cases, people feel like when they celebrate the birthday, their bodies just age 10 years, right? So we're going to be talking about that. Now, what else? Heading down, varicose veins, hemorrhoids, again, other signs of aging. Um, Weight gain, a definite sign of aging. Weight gain that you can't control, weight gain, or we call it adult onset weight gain. So if there's an adult onset diabetes, there's an adult onset weight gain, so which is linked to the metabolism of our bodies. Okay, so again, there's more. We can go more into the nails as well. We start getting thin nails, brittle nails. That's another sign of aging. Loss of muscle mass, definite sign of aging. Um, Insomnia. So you don't see it, but you feel it. People say, "Oh, I'm getting old. I can't sleep long hours anymore." Definite sign of aging. And also, when you fall asleep, when you fall asleep, sitting down on the couch, or when you're watching telly, that's a sign of aging. So brain fog goes into all that equation as well. Another thing that you feel that you don't necessarily see physically straight away is your gut. When your gut's always uneasy, when you're always getting gut pains, when you're always reacting to or have bloating or reflux after meals or related to meals, that's another sign of aging. Exhaustion, another sign of aging. Exhaustion, chronic fatigue, those things. Although chronic fatigue syndrome is actually linked to a disorder, chronically fatigued is a sign of aging. Okay, so what can you do when you have all these different things happening to you? The first thing is identify first what the signs are that you have. Which ones on that list do you have? Which ones on that list is your body suffering from, or are you suffering from? Once you've identified that, see, is it something that I can fix internally, or is it something that I can fix both internally and externally? And I say internally and externally because there's no such thing as fixing your outer problem without fixing yourself internally. So let's talk about the hair, for example. People say that a woman's crowning glory is her hair. With men, it's not quite used as often because a lot of men look really good bald, and although their age used to be linked to baldness, in this day and age, it isn't. I mean, people love having their shaved heads. So usually crowning glory is linked to women. However, we have men who don't want to go bald. We have men that want to have their thick hair, want to have their natural colors and not the gray hair. So when that happens, what do? Two things. If your nutrient levels in your system are good and they're balanced, if you're taking the right amounts of vitamins and minerals in your food, not necessarily as a supplement, if you have the right levels of amino acids, minerals, and vitamins in your system, you actually will not have gray hair. You actually will not have thinning hair because all this is fed by the nutrients in our system. So, hair, definitely skin, nails, all that can actually be fixed with the right levels of vitamins and minerals in our body. But aside from fixing ourselves internally, the other thing that we can do is actually support our system and give ourselves an external cream, lotion, ointment that we can use to actually help our system. A serum is another one. So, why is it that we're needing to help our bodies internally and externally? Well, two things. When you do the internal, it takes a while because you have to build up the system first. And when you're eating foods, when you're eating your medicines, when you're drinking your medicines, you actually feed all your organs, all your cells, your whole organ system. So when you're needing to fix your face, your hair quickly, you need external support that's actually just focused on those areas so that you can actually build up those areas and rebuild and reboot those areas, rejuvenate those areas efficiently. So with your hair, for example, making sure that you're not using harsh chemicals in your shampoo will help your hair get healthier. When you have a lot of hair issues, avoid hair coloring because hair coloring puts a lot of stress in your body, puts a lot of stress in your hair, affects the health of your hair, and prevents your hair from actually getting healthy and strong. Putting a good hair serum, a good hair oil will help your hair rebuild itself because the vitamins go straight onto your scalp and onto your hair. Okay? Now you do that at the same time as building yourself internally. If you only do one and not the other, then you actually don't help your hair or your skin to rebuild fast because you need both. And if you only do the external and you don't do the internal, it takes so much longer. Because anything that you do externally in your hair, if it's not supported by the right nutrients in your system, will just be a waste of time. Okay, so that's with your skin, your hair, your nails, your skin, the wrinkling, the thinning, all that can be helped with the right nutrition, with the right moisturizers, lotions, oils, creams, serums. Okay, make sure you've got a good cuppa while you're listening, while you're having your break, or while you're having lunch, like my husband's been joining us. The Mark Jones. So my husband put a comment and he said, I thought I was just tired, not old. Sweet. We need to rebuild our systems because we're both tired and old. We did a big gardening session yesterday and on Saturday, and we were just exhausted. We were just exhausted and we were just, achy the next day. But again, as I said, as our bodies give us the reminders, then it just reminds us, okay, hold on, we haven't been doing this, we haven't been doing that, and we need to now start doing it. Okay, so it's never too late. Don't think and don't say, oh, you know what, I'm in my 50s and I'm getting old, whatever. That statement just gives you an excuse to not rebuild your system. There's no reason to not rebuild your system. Your body has worked so hard for you to be able to do everything that you want to do. You know, work hard, work late, party hard. You want to be able to lift heavy things. You want to be able to multitask, do different things. Your body gets exhausted as well. Your body exhausts the nutrients that you give it. So if you're not giving it the right nutrients to actually rebuild itself, if you're not assisting it, then it can't work hard for you. Your body works for you. Your body works to make sure that you're able to do everything that you want to do. So you owe it to your body to give it everything that it needs to build itself up and to work optimally. When your body's aging, you can't work optimally. When your body's aging, you have to minimize what you're doing because it just can't go on. So you now have to wake up, look at what's happening, listen to your body, see the signs it's showing, and then give it what it needs. Okay? All right. So, I mean, why do you think, going back to the skin, the hair, the nails, why do you think the cosmetic industry is making so much money? It's because we are needing these tools to rebuild ourselves. We're needing these tools to mask the wrinkles, to mask the whitening of the hair, to, you know, not show very dry skin. So when we shake somebody's hand or we hug someone, although we don't do that as much anymore in this day and age because of what's happened recently. But when you do that, you get embarrassed because you know that it's not a sign of health. So we can also do all that naturally. I actually prefer doing all those things naturally. As a naturopath and herbalist, I know that every chemical we put in our system also contributes to our body struggling even more to eliminate those chemicals so that our body works optimally. So why not do it naturally, right? So we can create lotions, we can create oils, serums, potions that can actually help our body work optimally. Um, let's talk about coconut oil. Coconut oil is an amazing oil that's antibacterial, it's antiviral, it's got a lot of vitamins and minerals that can actually feed our skin if we put it on our skin, on our hair, right? It can help also bring our hair back to its natural color if you use it continuously alongside the right diet. When you when you eat a lot of greens, when you incorporate greens in your diet, especially when you blend your greens, because when you blend your greens or when you juice your greens, you actually break down the food enough so that you don't have to efficiently chew it. We've forgotten how to chew our greens properly. But when we do that, when we chew it properly, when we break it down so that it's already in its pre-digested form, and we take that, the nutrients and vitamins that you get from our greens actually ensure the growth of our cells and usually quickly returns your hair's natural color back. But if there's a lot of imbalance, a lot of deficiencies in your body, it can take some time, but it will do that. Okay. There's so many written testimonials about that. There's so many books written about that. All you have to do is actually check and start reading about what eating naturally can do to your body. And that's one of them. Now, we talked about creaking joints. Creaking joints is about our body not having the right minerals. We need calcium, magnesium in our system. Creaking joints usually is a lack of magnesium, not a lack of calcium. When you're stiff all the time, when you've got a lot of aches and pains, that's a lack of magnesium. So understanding what it is that your body's needing and you providing it the tools that it needs will actually help it function better. Magnesiums also have a lot of, greens have a lot of magnesium. So that's another way of actually building your creaking joints. When your joints are creaking, oils are also important. So the good oils, good cholesterol. And good cholesterol, remember, also eliminates bad cholesterol in your system. So if you've got issues with weight gain, now that also helps your weight to go down. Okay. Now, when you have creaking joints, another thing that you can do is you can apply magnesium on your skin. You can apply oils on your skin that will actually also help, which also get absorbed into your skin and help your skin, joints, your connective tissues get stronger and function better. Insomnia. Insomnia is something that a lot of my friends have actually been talking about, and they're saying, "Oh, can't sleep anymore." My husband and I, as soon as we hit the sack, we're asleep. So, insomnia is definitely an aging issue. So that you can be assured that at least we sleep really well. We can sleep long. We don't tick all the aging boxes, and that's because we've been very careful about our health and we try and boost our system regularly. Hey, Fina, how are you? You always look young, Michelle. Oh, thanks, Fina. I miss you. We need to try and catch up. You do live so far, though. But another thing that we need to look at is, what time are we drinking our coffee? A lot of the people that I talk to don't even monitor when they drink their coffee. They drink it at any time of the day. Remember that coffee, the caffeine in coffee that actually is something that people take to boost their energy levels, to keep them alert, to keep them focused. It's also what's going to stop you from falling asleep at night. So after 3 p.m., stop your coffee. Don't drink coffee anymore. I know some people go, oh, I drink coffee at night and I still fall asleep. You do, but you stop your body from achieving good sleep. You stop your body from achieving deep sleep. Okay? So make sure that you drink your last cup of coffee before 3 p.m. When you drink a lot of coffee, the other thing that you have to note is coffee is a diuretic. What does that mean? It means that coffee will make you pee. Coffee will make you pee. It reduces the water levels in your body. So when you drink coffee, you need to hydrate. You need to make sure that you drink water. And I always say for every cup of coffee, drink a couple of glasses of water, not just one. And drink the right kind of water. Now, water is something that's really important for our body. We are 70% water. If we don't hydrate, we get dry skin, we get the wrinkling, we get the aging. All the cells of our body need water. All the cells of our body need water that will actually go into the different cells, get processed, and get used by our body. Now, drink the right kind of water. If you drink water from the tap, it has all the chemicals that's needed to clean that water enough to eliminate the toxins that's in the water in the dams or in our waterways before they go into your faucet. But those chemicals aren't for us. They're to ensure that, for example, E. coli or the pathogens that's from the waterways that's been contaminating the water get killed. We're not trying to kill our system, right? So although when that gets in, they say, oh, we only use enough chemicals to eliminate those toxins, and we should be thankful for that because in some countries they don't have that capacity. We still have to filter out those toxins. We need to filter out those chemicals. We need to filter out those remaining pathogens because you can still get a percentage of those pathogens in the water. And as you bathe yourself in that water and as you drink that water, you also hurt your system. So you need to make sure that the water that you're drinking is filtered of all those contaminants. The water that you're bathing with is filtered of those contaminants. The other thing to make sure of is if you love your coffee, like I do, if you love your meat, if you love all the different fruits and vegetables, including acidic fruits and vegetables. If you live in an environment where there's a lot of pollution, a lot of stress, a lot of pesticides, then you're also turning your system very acidic. You need to drink water that is high alkaline. When you drink water that is high alkaline, what does that do? It neutralizes the alkalinity in your system. It now helps rebuild your cells and it prevents aging. Okay, so water is an amazing and a very important component, and drinking the right kind of water is crucial to ensuring that your skin gets hydrated, gets plumped, that your hair is hydrated, that your bones and your muscles get the alkalinity it needs from your body from within. Because when you have a very acidic constitution, to neutralize your blood, or to make your blood slightly more alkaline, which is what we need for health, your body will get the alkaline minerals from your bones. So make sure you have other sources of alkalinity in your system. Okay, and with mine, it's my very high alkaline Kangen water that I'm drinking. Okay, next, we talked about brain fog. Brain fog happens when your digestive system is weak. And when your digestive system is weak, you get a lot of your aches and your pains in your gut. You get a lot of bloating, you get reflux, you get flatulence. And how do you fix that? Number one, you ensure that you're eating correctly. Have digestive enzymes. A tablespoon of apple cider vinegar 30 minutes before meals in water can actually help you break down your foods properly so that you're absorbing your food efficiently. You're breaking down your food properly and you're absorbing the nutrients, amino acids, and minerals to rebuild your cells. When you don't have the right digestive enzymes, it affects you, it gives you reflux, it gives you flatulence, it gives you bloating. And because a lot of your hormones are in your gut, it affects your brain as well. You can't think straight. You can't think clearly. You have a lot of brain fog. Affects your sleep as well, because sleep is controlled by your brain, your nervous system. Okay? Now, we can go deeper into all that, and that is why I would like to invite all of you to join me in my coaching group, Michelle Jones Coaching, on Facebook. And in that Facebook group, we talk about health, wellness, well being. What is it that you can do? What foods can you eat? It all in that group. We will also be having an amazing live Facebook workshop on Wednesday on creating your very own anti-aging hair serum. So we will be addressing the different signs of anti-aging in that coaching group this month. This is going to be our anti-aging month. And so we will be creating our very own anti-aging serum. If you want to learn how to create your own anti-aging serum for your hair, which you will be able to use as well for your skin, okay? Join our Michelle Jones coaching group. And let's keep catching up, having a cuppa at this time. So we start at 12:30 New South Wales time here in Australia. Let's catch up, have a cuppa every Monday at 12:30. And let's talk about health, well-being, and how we can achieve optimal health. But this month is all about anti-aging. So let's talk anti-aging. See you next week. But hopefully I'll see you on the Michelle Jones coaching group here on Facebook for our Wednesday workshop. When you join the coaching group, please make sure that you answer the group questions so that you can get let in. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.